And so I launched Maps for College, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And when I launched Maps for College, college was about lifelong learning, but many people kind of understood as, oh, are you going to send them to college? I'm like, okay, great. Okay, I guess I'm going to send them to college. And so that's my journey in helping students go to college as well. But I didn't just want to help students just go to college, because if I wanted students to succeed, because we're human beings. We actually want to succeed in life. We just don't know how, right? We want to live a quality life. We just don't know how, right? And so I started Maps for College. I was so excited. I was like, I'm going to get motivated students. I'm going to get happy students. I'm going to get students who just want to go to college. They know what they want, and I got something else. Bully. Students trying to attempt suicide. We actually record everything, wanted to get a gun and shoot people. I said, oh my gosh, something's going on with this generation. Lack of friends. I've had a whole family come to me. They were bankrupt, lost everything. I've had parents who were divorced, those who were sexually abused. High-risk students who came out of juvie. Students who came from a refugee camp, whose father had a mental illness. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? I started a nonprofit and I'm not even a mental health expert, but what I have is something different. I wanted to create and unify a holistic educational program that combined all of the human components to help students succeed in school, college, and life. Most of my clientele were low-income minority students. And as we know, with low-income minority students, they have a problem of getting to college, and actually once they get to college, they actually have a problem graduating from college. And if you don't know, even within the statistics, is that people who are low income versus people who have high income, people with low income, they have a harder time graduating from college, right? So given this statistics and knowing where my students were coming from, and knowing that there are actual barriers that were impeding their opportunity for a better life, the college access problem has been academic. It's been like finances, access to resources, the inequity of the school system, right? The college application process, maybe students don't know about that process. But I was thinking back, and when I did my research, I said, you know what, it's more than a college access issue. Because if we provided everything that we wanted to do with students actually graduate from college, I actually thought it wasn't that problem. Every 26 seconds, students are dropping out of high school. 8,000 students drop out daily. And even in high school and college, about 44 to 50% of students are not graduating high school or not graduating from college. And we know that students are constantly being bullied. And we don't even know that they're being bullied. And as well, we have mental illness issues. Because if they don't go to a center, you wouldn't know that they had a mental health issue. And none of my students went to go see a counselor or a therapist. I didn't know until they shared it with me, right? Suicide is the number 3 for young people, right? And I thought, oh my gosh, we have problems with youth. We have major problems with youth. And I said, wait a minute, let me take a step back and kind of see what's going on. This is not just a youth problem. This is an adult problem. 80% of people are unsatisfied with their jobs. Adults are also bullied. And you know what? Adults have mental illness issues. So, what we're doing right now is we're always trying to figure out what this problem is. And for me, I have this insatiable appetite about humans and try to figure out how to help them. And I said, you know what? It's not really a youth generation problem. It's not even a quality education, Common Core, bullying, gun issue, college access problem. It was more than just helping students graduate from high school and just get them to college problem. And it was more than just lowering college tuition rates and increasing financial aid rates. Because what I was thinking is, this is more than a problem, this is something endemic. Something that we couldn't see. Something that we can't put our finger on. Is that correct? It's just, we're helping people, we can't figure out what that problem is. You know, and some people are either exposing themselves and, hi, I have an issue, or some people are hiding back and like not telling people about their issues. And I really believe that we're all been affected indirectly or directly, because when you're meeting with clients, you take this home with you. No matter how much you say in acting class trying to take this away from you, you bring this home with you. And let me tell you about your homes. If you are happy and not fighting with people, no anxiety, no depression, no anger, good. But I bet you, look at the human beings here, when you go home, if you're irritated, you snap at people, you snap at your children, you're angry at other people, you're all affected.
Yeah.
So, she's like, I did it. I knew that there had been a problem and I needed to find the answer to the ills of our human condition and human societal problems. I really wanted to know why and the how-to steps to stop the systemic cycle of violence that were harming our human civilization. I was going on this journey to find the hidden, complex issues that were affecting our whole human selves. And you know what? Thank you for inviting me here today. I think I found it. Do you believe me? So, some of you were like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And some of you are like, what the heck is that issue? What is it? Right? Just as Einstein in his 20s, okay, at that time, he was not a physicist, the famous Albert Einstein, in his 20s discovered E equals mc squared, wrote a 3-page article with no scientific evidence. And we know who Einstein is, the great physicist, right? In my 20s, the same age as Einstein, I developed something called SPICES, okay? SPICES is a set of concepts, theoretical framework, it's a methodology, okay? It's a program, and it's a curriculum I actually put in and developed and tested. Okay? It integrates all the human components needed for us to live a quality life that helps us become balanced and restored on all issues of self, life, and our interactions with others. SPICES is an integrated code, like a human DNA, that combines the components needed to help people live quality lives, and just like a DNA. So we can't see the DNA, right? We cannot see the DNA, but we know we have it in every cell. And what I'm saying is everybody needs SPICES that's just like our DNA. It's like re-changing that new DNA. And what it's doing is, it acts like a catalyst to ignite people to create a new path to meet their goals, their life goals, and to fulfill their dreams and visions, to break out of their cycle and create long-lasting change. So instead of dealing with the fleeting symptoms that graze the surface area, right, we're always trying to figure out how do we get deeper. What we do is we go head on, we go deeper, we take out the hidden issues out, and then we provide practical strategies to effectively take control of one's life. So how is SPICES embedded? SPICES is embedded in how I think, live, and breathe. It's not a religion, just to tell you that. It's also embedded in Maps for College, in the various programs that we provided, as well as Project SPICES is the curriculum I developed, and what we do is we do talent development. I advise, I train the trainer, and I put other people to take what we have and move on and go into your agencies. Okay. As a result of SPICES, okay, so SPICES was embedded in all components of Maps for College. Our students' ACT scores improved dramatically, and not only that, it created a wider pool for students to apply to many competitive colleges. So we're talking about low income, minority students in low-income communities where they might be the first generation to go to college. I am sending these students all over the United States. Look at, these are just the sample colleges that they've been accepted to, from community college to the Ivy Leagues. And people may ask, is change possible? Can you really do what you really say you do? And that's the person I am. I'm saying, if I say it, I will do it, right? I've worked with diverse groups of people, from children to adults, from varying backgrounds, socioeconomic, religion, sexuality, generational levels. And within the 3 programs that we provided, 96% attended college, of which 87 are at a 4-year. And right now, 97% of the students did not drop out. So the students that did drop out, it was only because they only came to our program for only 2.5 days. Imagine if they stayed longer. They would not drop out. In our leadership and career preparation training program, 100% of our young adults were employed.